Hello everyone. Today we are programming our calculators. So this goes along with activity 2.11 in the Math 3 reader. We'll be programming our calculators to find the distance between 2 points and to find the slope of the line between 2 points. So anytime we program our calculators, we're going to start by going over to the Program button, PRGM, right here in the center of your calculator. And you'll want to go tab right over to Create New and press Enter. Now we want to name our program. I personally named mine Dist for distance and then Slope for slope. So you can see these letters above each key. So I'm going to find D-I-S-T and then S-L-P-E. Now I can only have 8 letters, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to go ahead and press Enter. So now we have a program called DISTSLPE. And the first thing we're going to need to do is tell our program that we want it to display. So we do that by clicking the Program button again and tab over and down to DISP, which tells our program we want it to display something. Now we want it to display something we're going to put it in quotes so it shows the text, and we want it to display the words first point. All right, so I'm going to type in first, 1, and then ST using the alpha. Now if I press second alpha, that's alpha lock, so now my calculator knows I want it to be on alpha this whole time. So I come down here for the 0 for the space, then we just put the letters PT in for point, and close my parentheses. So now the first thing your program is going to do is display the words first point. Then I pressed Enter, and now I want to actually be able to put in the first point. So I press Program again, go over to the right, and say Prompt. This is going to let me input something into my program, but it's going to specifically prompt me as to what I want to input. So I want it to prompt for the point A, so alpha and then A, comma, alpha, B. So now it's going to prompt me to enter my first point. Now I'm going to repeat this for my second point. So again, going to Program, then over to Input Output, and then down to Display. And now I'm going to have quote 2, then turn on my alpha lock, and D for second, space, PT for point, end quote, and then press Enter again. So now I need to enter my second point, so I'm going to say Program again, and then go over to Input Output and have it prompt me for my second point, which I'll name alpha C, comma, alpha D. All right, and again, always you're welcome to pause this video. You can also see my strokes down here, the buttons I'm pressing on the calculator, all down here in the key press history. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and press Enter again. At this point, the calculator knows my 2 points, point AB and point CD. So the first thing I'm going to do is calculate the slope. So I'm going to calculate the difference in my y values. So B minus D, all in parentheses, divided by, again, some parentheses, A minus C, which are my y value difference over my x value difference. And I'm going to store that using the Store button to the letter M, so alpha M. All right, M is just our traditional letter for slope. So now the program has calculated my slope, and I would like it to print that out for me, to tell me what the slope is. So I'm going to go back over here to Program, and I'm going to say Display. And first I'm going to have it display the letter M, so I know what value it's telling me. So I go alpha quote, M, end quote. And then I'm going to have it display, so back to Program and Display. I'm going to have it display the actual value it calculated. So this time, no quotes. just the letter M. Now I'm going to repeat this for the distance between these 2 points. So to do this, first I'm going to calculate. So I'm going to need 2 parentheses, and then my x difference, so again, A minus C, and then I'm going to square that, right? So that's my x squared, plus, and now for y squared, I'm going to do B minus D. Again, remembering to hit alpha every time I want a letter, and squaring that. Now, this is the part of the distance formula that's underneath that square root. So I'm going to go ahead and store this value as r for radical. So this is my x distance squared plus my y distance squared, storing that to r. And then I'm also going to calculate the full distance formula, right? The square root of x squared plus y squared. And so that's just going to be the square root of our newly calculated r value. And I'm going to go ahead and store that to the letter D for, well, I already used the letter D. Let's go ahead and store that to the letter T for distance. All right, now again, I needed to print these out. So I'm going to go to Program and then Display. So I'm going to have it display first in words what I want it to be telling me. So quote R space and space T for distance, end quote. And then I'll have it display, so again, back to Program, down to Display, the value of R. And then last but not least, I'll have it display the value of T, which is that distance. All right. Now, anytime you're having trouble or if you're just not sure what's going on, you can always quit and come back in. So at this point, we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and quit. That's second, and then this mode button for quit. I can always go back into my program. I can edit my program. I can create a new program. So ours was DISTSLPE. I'm going to press Enter. And now I can actually run my program. So I press Enter again, and it's asking me to enter my first point. So let's say I want to find the slope between the point 1, 2 and the point 2, 1. So my first point is 1, 2. My second point is 2, 1. So the program will calculate that the slope between these 2 points is -1, and that the distance between these 2 points is 1.414, which is the square root of 2, our radical value. All right, so go ahead and try it on your own.